There are only a few men in the history of humanity who have accumulated fortunes like that of Andrew Carnegie, a man who was as complex as he was rich. After selling his company, his net worth would equal a staggering 2% of America's GDP. In today's video, we will delve into the journey of this Scottish immigrant armed with just 5 years of schooling as he rose from poverty to attain the status of the world's richest man. Carnegie at one point became the richest American in the history. However, he wasn't born in America. His story begins in Dunfermline, Scotland, where he grew up in an abject poverty. His mother tirelessly sewed shoes, while his father worked with cloth and weaving looms until the advent of steam-powered looms. Witnessing his father's struggles during the Industrial Revolution deeply affected young Carnegie. In 1848, the Carnegie family set out for America in search of a better life, selling all their possessions and borrowing £20. They started anew in Pittsburgh, a manufacturing hub, but still faced hardships. Andrew dropped out of school to support his family since his parents struggled to find work. Eventually, he found a job as a messenger boy at a local telegraph office, delivering telegrams on his bike throughout Pittsburgh. This allowed Carnegie to familiarize himself with the city's business community and make connections. At the age of 17, Carnegie honed his telegraph skills, becoming adept at hearing and reciting Morse code without writing it down. This caught the attention of Thomas Scott, a regional manager for the Pennsylvania Railroad, who hired Carnegie as his personal telegrapher and private secretary. Carnegie's role gave him a front row seat to learn about running a successful business. During the American Civil War, instead of fighting, Carnegie found ways to profit from the war by noticing the need for iron bridges to replace early burnable wooden bridges used by troops. He seized the opportunity and established the Keystone Bridge Company. Carnegie's astute move was not just building bridges but also owning iron mines, ensuring a steady supply of iron for construction and reducing dependency on external sources. He expanded his business by leveraging connections in the railroad industry, creating a triad of interconnected companies. Seeking new opportunities, Carnegie set his sights on New York City, the business capital of the world. However, his experience there was disappointing, as he found the wealthy individuals around him to be scoundrels. Carnegie had originally intended to retire and focus on making the world a better place at the age of 35, but postponed his plans. In 1856, a new invention called Bessemer converter enabled the mass production of steel. Carnegie swiftly built America's first steel plants, employing top engineers and architects, and always seeking to improve efficiency through the latest technology. He pushed his employees to their limits, expecting them to work long hours with minimal rest. Carnegie strategically named his steel mill J. Edgar Thomson Steel Works, after one of his customers in the railroad industry, as a way to show appreciation and secure more orders. To run his steel mills, Carnegie brought on board Henry Clay Frick, an executive known for his ruthlessness and focus on the bottom line. Together, Carnegie and Frick executed cutthroat strategies to outmaneuver competitors. They spread rumors about a rival company's defective steel, undercut their prices, and ultimately forced them to sell. However, such ruthlessness had consequences. The Homestead Strike of 1892, a violent conflict between the workers and mill owners, tarnished Carnegie's reputation. He had been working to rebrand himself as a champion of workers' rights, but instead relied on Frick to handle the situation, while he distanced himself and traveled abroad. Carnegie's philanthropic endeavors began after selling his steel company to J.P. Morgan in 1901, making him the richest man in the world. He dedicated the rest of his life to serving the world through philanthropy, particularly emphasizing the importance of libraries due to their impact on his own success. Carnegie donated over 2,500 libraries around the world, with his name displayed on fewer than 500 of them. Carnegie Hall in New York City, which he built and donated, remains one of. And that concludes our journey into the life of Andrew Carnegie, a man who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most influential industrialists and philanthropists in American history. Let us know your thoughts by leaving a comment down below. Like and subscribe to I Prosper Plus. See you in the next one.